If you've had 4 or 5 nights of broken sleep, you'll feel sleep deprived. Looking after young children can be tough, but when you're sleep deprived and exhausted, it can be a serious struggle. So what can you do? In this video, I'm going to show you the best sleeping tips for babies and newborns, so that you can also get your rest. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button. Let's start with tip number 1. It's never too early to get a bedtime routine started. Your bedtime routine should be simple and sustainable, so it's easy for you to do every night. Even the smallest change in your baby's routine can leave them feeling off and suddenly waking more frequently at night. Include calming, soothing activities that your baby seems to respond to, like swaddling and singing. The bedtime routine can be where you create positive sleep association for your baby. Tip number 2. Master the 4 B's: bath, book, bed, and bottle. A consistent bedtime routine can work wonders. The order is up to you, but it usually involves a soothing bath, a story, and one last feeding. It also helps if you add a quick massage with lotion, gently squeezing and releasing the baby's knees, wrists, elbows, and shoulders, wherever there's a joint. Tip number 3. Prepare for quick changes. Hunting for a diaper or crib sheet is miserable in the middle of the night, and turning on the lights can wake your baby up more fully, meaning getting him back to sleep can take an eternity. Instead, keep a basket or a box with all the necessities nearby: diapers, cloths, extra pacifier, wet towels, etc. Also be sure to keep a one piece, a swaddle, or a sleep sack nearby. Tip number 4. Help her find her pacifier. If your baby cries because she's hungry or wet, that's understandable. But waking up in the middle of the night because she can't find her pacifier is frustrating. You can teach her to find it on her own. Put a couple of pacifiers in one corner of the crib, and every time she loses one in the night, go in and help her find it for herself by bringing her hand to that corner. This shows her where the pacifiers are, so if one goes missing, she can find another one and get back to sleep. She should figure it out in about 1 week. 5. Don't worry if naps don't go as planned. Yes, consistency is key, and the safest place for your baby to sleep is on her back in the crib. But many babies under 6 months don't nap best there, so don't beat yourself up if she falls asleep on your chest or in a carrier or a car seat, as long as you are alert and watching. Most babies don't start developing a real nap schedule until 5 or 6 months. And even then, some nappers will put up a fight and others will be more flexible about napping on the go. Tip number 6. A hot water bottle. Put a hot water bottle in the bassinet or crib, which will warm it up and can sometimes make the transfer from your arms to a bed a little easier. Don't forget to remove the hot water bottle before the baby is in. Tip number 7. Drown out sound with sound. Blackout shades and white noise transforms a nursery into a womb-like environment and muffle the noise and light from outside. Half of a baby's sleep is REM, or rapid eye movement. This is a light sleep stage in which dreams occur, so it can seem as if almost anything will wake them up. But it's less likely to happen when white noise is running, because the background noise covers it all. Tip number 8. Swaddling. Swaddling is a traditional practice of wrapping up a baby gently in a light breathable blanket to help them feel calm and safe. The idea is that being swaddled will help your little one feel snug and secure, like how they felt in your womb. Tip number 9. Drop the temperature. We all sleep best in a cool room, including babies. Aim to keep your thermostat between 68 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit to give your baby the most comfortable sleep. If her fingers feel chilly, that's normal. To reassure yourself, put your hand on her chest, and if it's warm, she's warm enough. Tip number 10. The most important one. Give yourself a break. If you listen to your best friend, a cousin, or a neighbor talk about how their baby was sleeping through the night at 2 months, you'll just get stressed. Tune out the unhelpful comparisons as much as you can. To solve your own baby sleep issues, you'll need a bit of observation, a bit of trial and error, and a lot of flexibility. It's so easy to feel as if sleep will never get better, but it does constantly change. Just because you have a terrible sleeper at 2 months does not mean you're fated to have a terrible sleeper at 2 years. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss a video in the future.